What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
Let's get into this. Yeah.
Right.
What's up? I watched that commercial the other day.
I just saw the picture of Ghostface doing
Exactly.
that.
I watched the commercial the other day on. I don't know. I started watching old commercials on freaking YouTube, and it was on there. And
oh yeah, take you back to your childhood,
What
1990.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, back before there was internets. What's up, horror
And
fam?
Pornhub. What's up, guys?
We're
How you
back
guys
at it
doing?
Again, your favorite fucking podcast.
So if you guys listened last week, you noticed we took a little break.
We take breaks in these beach.
You know, we took a break away from our big conspiracy theory shit.
Yeah. You know.
But we had our good friend Bill Van Vagel on, and yeah,
It was
turned out really cool. We talked about women in horror because, you know, it is February. It's Women in Horror Month. And
yes,
so that's what we decided to do.
Quite wonderful time.
And Ryan was worried about it. It's like this is going to go bad. And we kept ourselves well, actually Bill kept us contained.
Yeah, you know.
So damn it, Bill.
Fuck you, Bill.
Nah, we love you, man. We love you.
But yeah, man. You know, it is Women of Horror Month. You know, so we did give a shout out to most of them. I mean, there's a lot of them, so we shouted as many as we could. You know, but it's also my birthday month, and my birthday tomorrow. Well, it's not going to be tomorrow after you hear this one. It'll have already happened.
Yeah, so by the time you hear this, it'll be too late.
Too late to say happy birthday. But anyways, yeah, you know. So it's a good month for the world. You guys are blessed this month.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry.
You're welcome. Can I get you a towel? Oh. Sorry.
Anyways.
We're already off the rails on this episode.
You know, it is what it is, brother.
Nah, it's all good.
It is what it is.
So what the fuck you been up to, man?
Yeah, man. The LIVIN, man. No, I just, you know, taking care of stuff at home, taking care of myself and the kids and the wifey, and watching some horror stuff. You know, I've been trying to catch some things here and there that I can. My son's really wanting to watch a lot of stuff with me, so I've been having to freaking taper it down. And finally, I'm like, look, you got to go to the other room and watch something else. I want to watch something you can't watch. So get the hell out of here.
Titties and beer.
You know, well, you know, I was thinking about that. It's funny you said that because it just reminded me of what I was thinking about on the way in here.
You just thinking about titties?
Yes.
And beer?
Yeah, because, like, so I don't know how Twitter works, but I signed into Twitter.
I said titties, not twitties.
Yeah, listen. Well, there should be called Twitters or Twitties. But anyways.
It's a Twitter twister.
Well, that's basically, you follow horror pages, and that's what you're going to see a lot of.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Except ours. You follow our page, you won't see nothing.
Yeah, because we both suck at social media. We'd probably be a lot more famous and a lot more popular and have a lot more followers if we actually fucking...
Well, we'd be something.
You know.
That's for sure.
Oh, for sure we would. But no, like, I was just thinking about it. It's like every time you follow, that's all it is TNA. And I'm like, man, this is... And I don't really know what I'm doing with it, so I just I signed into it on my phone so that every now and again I can check it, see what's going on, if you know what's happening.
Got to check yourself before you
wreck yourself. Well, it constantly pops up stuff, and like I'll wake up and there'll be like fucking 87 tweets that pop up on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's just mainly just a bunch of, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of garbage.
So I'm like, holy crap. What the hell, bro?
But it's okay. We like garbage.
Fuck yeah, we're garbage. No, we like trash.
Yes, we do.
Wink.
Oh, Linnea.
If you get it, you get it.
If you listen to the show, you should be getting it.
100 percentile.
I mean,
but yeah, man, no, just you know, I've been trying to catch up on things. I'm trying to. There's so much that I want to watch that I can't because I forget. I need to sit down and write it. But like, I want to get caught up on the new Winchester's series.
Yeah, I've got all the. I haven't started the I guess
newest?
it's the second half of the season.
Gotcha.
But we've got them recorded.
So, like, I'm trying to get caught up on that, and I'm just trying to, I find other things that are intriguing to me. I start watching, I'm like, damn, I need to start watching this, and then this is interesting. So, it's been a pain in the ass for me. That and trying to juggle fucking. Luckily, my son's basketball season's over right now, so that helps out a lot. We're not running so much, but yeah, man, I'm just trying to get caught up. I'm super excited about going to the Haunted America conference this year. I'm amped if we get to go to another one this year, but yeah, I mean,
we're working on it.
We're working on things, so yeah, a lot of good things happening. All good things, buddy. All good things. What about you?
Here's a strange one. I watched Knock at the Cabin today.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that one yet.
And I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I mean,
cool.
It's weird. It's M. Night Shyamalan, you know.
Shyamalama ding dong.
Shyamalan and ding dong.
He's kind of with me. He's about 50-50. It's like him.
Yeah. So you know, I mean, the guy's got a really cool mind and the way he puts stuff together. And this is. It's no different. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Right.
And it was funny. I was kind of thinking, you know, of course, the big star in this is Dave Bautista. Mm-hmm. And I'm a wrestling fan. I never really cared for Bautista when he was wrestling.
Right.
But as an actor, he's done some really cool stuff. I mean, and he was really good in this film.
And he was good in Army of the Dead too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and of course, it's Drac, and you know.
Oh yeah, fucking he kills it. And I love Guardian of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah,
that's like my favorite fucking superhero whatever series.
Great series.
But yeah,
even the Christmas one was good.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Batista's getting there, and it's cool that. Okay.
Hey, look, I got helmet hair.
I'm enjoying movies, and I'm keeping my thoughts to myself on things.
Yeah.
I have to let myself go on things and just watch a movie to enjoy it for what it is, and forget the people who are in it. and their thoughts and their opinions on things. And that's like one reason why I love who was it? Was it Kurt Russell?
Well, we all love Kurt Russell.
Oh, of course. But I mean, so I don't know for sure if it's Kurt Russell, but somebody like that said that, we are actors and we don't need to put our opinions out there. We're there to act and to put on a good show for people and, give them a break from their lives and other things like that. We need to keep our mouth shut when it comes to other things and, our opinions on shit. When I respect that, because that makes it better for me. I can enjoy a movie. I don't need to know all your shit and everything you fucking do. I just want to enjoy a movie, man.
Right.
So I like that. And, but yeah, as far as I really liked Army of the Dead. I'm a zombie fucking person though. I love zombies and vampires and shit. I just watched fuck. What was that movie?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I'm sure you have. And The Invitation.
Oh yeah, the new one.
The new one.
Yeah.
The new one.
My wife and I actually went to the theater and saw that.
Yeah.
She was wanting to go see a movie, and so we compromised and went and saw The Invitation.
Well, I can see that. It's a period piece based. That's something that
kinda.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
okay,
not really, but
well, it's based in this time. However, it's
right.
I mean, if you watch it's you could if you come into it like after the first 15 minutes, or you think it's a period piece, almost.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because. It's kind of like got that feel.
Yeah, and it's not a bad movie. It was decent.
It wasn't bad. I liked it.
It was decent.
It was decent. It wasn't like the greatest thing, but like I said, it's just one of those. It was good to watch. It was watchable. I didn't fall asleep during it. I didn't want to, do all that stuff.
Right.
Had a good little bit of a story, kind of, with the families and whatnot. I was just calling shit left and right.
Yeah.
Because my wife's like, we're sitting there watching it, and then like, there's spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it yet, but there's that part like when she breaks out and she goes to like the end of the town and she like pounds on the window and the old lady's like, blah blah blah. There's a girl out here and I'm like, these people are in on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, they're in on it for sure. I'm like, you can't trust none of these fucking people. You know what I mean? I like the ending though. It's kind of cool. How
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I digged it.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad movie. it's actually out on streaming now. You
Right,
know?
right. That's how I watched it. So.
And I haven't. You know, we went and saw it in the theater, and I haven't watched it since, but because I already know what happens.
Yeah. Some of the movies.
They had some cool stuff in that movie, though.
Yeah.
I mean, some really cool scenes.
Yeah, man.
That fight scene at the end was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I like the ending, though. I like the ending. How, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But
Yeah. Don't ruin that for everybody.
It was pretty cool. I thought it was cool. But anyways, man, I watched that, and, you know, just like I said, I've been trying to catch up on I've been watching a lot of B movies. I think I mentioned that before.
Right.
I've just been kind of catching a lot of, like, B-rated movies, just because it kind of gives me that old school feel I used to have when I watched TV, and that's all they would play is B-rated movies on the fucking TV all the time. So
I watch B-rated movies all the time. Last night I watched Lust for the Vampire, old
right
60s movie. That was a Hammer film.
Right.
So
yeah, I watched
today. I watched this other movie called Lazarus, and I'm not talking about the old one, the really good one. This is a new movie that came out it was in 21. I just happened across it on Amazon, and it was about a guy that gets killed and comes back from the dead and starts seeking vengeance as almost like a superhero, you know.
Oh, hell yeah.
And no, it wasn't. Oh, hell yeah. It was.
Oh, hell no.
It was like, Jesus Christ, did I just sit through this? I mean, it was okay. It had a fucking killer story, and their production value was fairly decent, you know. But the acting was horrible, and, you know. The chicken was smoking hot, though. Whew.
Dude, I'm telling you, thank you, women, for bringing.
Thank you for being beautiful
and bringing butts at the seats in the horror movies, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like it's
because that's what we need these days.
Right. So we should always show our support whenever one comes out. You know.
Well, I'll support you.
What was the last big one that came out? Why am I drawing a blank? And it done fairly well as far as horror goes. Damn it.
Megan?
Was it Megan?
Is that the one you're thinking of with the doll?
No, that's not the one I'm thinking
I'm not
of.
sure how it actually did.
Fared. Right.
Right.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Yeah? Was it good?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it better than Chucky.
I never was. I like Chucky for the comedy.
I'm with you.
You know,
I'm with you.
Not a big Chucky.
The first Child's Play is fucking masterpiece, but
yeah.
After that, it's like, till Tiffany shows up.
Very nice. Then again, there you go again, women in horror.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's so funny.
All right. So.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to talk about something.
We have an agenda.
Do we now? Did you guys hear that shit?
Not.
He's trying to fucking make me. He's trying to make me have an agenda.
I'm trying to make him work.
Trying to make me have an agenda on this fucking podcast.
So.
By fucking George it.
We've talked to you people about
Project Stargate. We talked to you about
Philadelphia Experiment.
Montauk Project.
Mm-hmm. You know, you guys know how our government is. They're never going to tell us the truth on all of this stuff. So you guys have to rely on Ryan and I to give you the truth. Or the truth as we know it, anyway.
The truth is out there, just ain't right here.
Yeah. You watch your mouth.
Holy shit.
Tonight we're going to continue this with, you know, we had told you guys all of this stuff kind of melted together. And the reason why we started doing this was because of the Stranger Things series and what was really going on there. Basically, they were trying to tell you what our government's been doing for years. And so tonight we're going to get into another project. This is Project MK Ultra. And if you don't know what that is, thank God you're here, because we're going to tell you.
Yeah, you lucky some bitches.
So, real quick, off the bat, MK Ultra was the code name. Oh, I can't see. Sorry. Was a code name of a quasi-legal human experimentation program designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency. The experiments were intended to develop procedures and identify drugs such as LSD that could be used in interrogations to weaken individuals and force confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture.
Sounds like a party.
Sounds like a party I just went to last week. Actually, it sounds like my job. Oh, that's horrible. And basically they did this by administrating the administration of high doses of psychoactive drugs, such as LSD. There's some stuff about mescaline, which our U.S. government... See, we needed that microphone. We were talking about installing a fart mic, and Ryan just shit his pants. So we missed our opportunity. But anyway, so our government was using LSD, where the way they got this idea was from the Russians, who were actually using mescaline.
Right.
So,
and you know, it goes pretty deep. I mean, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of people.
We're going deep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people involved in this program that you may or may not know. You know, a couple of famous cases. Charles Manson was a super famous case. The Unabomber. There's quite a bit of, you know, famous characters. The Charlie Manson thing, dude, is it's pretty gnarly. Did you get into any of that when in your research?
So I basically got into the people that did it.
Okay. Have you heard anything about the Charles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Oh yeah.
There's a good book called Chaos.
It's also a good book called Helter Skelter about them.
Right. Well, the
anyway.
book Chaos is about the whole MK Ultra thing that talks about Manson. But I don't know if you got a certain time you want to get into that.
No. We can just wing it here. Basically, what I was wanting to get into, I just want to tell people what this is all about and what actually happened.
Right.
And really, so this was started in the 50s, and it was started by this guy Dulles, who was the head of the CIA, and he actually had hired a doctor, I guess is what he was.
Right.
And his name was Sidney Gottlieb.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, when he came in, they pretty much, it's bizarre. This guy had bosses and people that were over him.
The hell was that?
I don't know what that was. That was weird. He had bosses or people that were over him, but he basically had free reign to do whatever the hell he wanted to do. And so he was really big into the mind and how the mind works and how drugs can alter your psyche. And they learned a lot from the Russians. They actually had done several experiments in concentration camps in Japan and Germany, and which is where this all started. But basically, this guy was fucking crazy. He started administering high doses of LSD to basically unknowing participants, just so he could watch them and see how they react. At one point, I had read a story that there's conjecture out there that this guy, the Sidney Gottlieb, is the sole reason for the LSD movement coming to the United States.
Right.
He went out and he had people all over the world. Basically, the government gave this guy $240,000 to buy all the LSD he could find. And so that's what he did. He bought he spent all this money on this product to administer to these people just to see how, in the guise of research, but they had a lot of stuff go wrong in this. There were several people died. Several people lost their minds. Some people weren't even affected by it. And this guy basically had free reign. He had a license to kill, essentially.
And you get into you probably, I don't know when you want to get into the whole Operation Midnight Climax.
Well, and that's going to come along with this. The program engaged in illegal activities, including the use of U.S. and Canadian citizens as unwitting test subjects. MK Ultra's scope was broad, with activities carried out under the guise of research, like I said, at more than 80 institutions, including colleges and universities, hospitals, prisons, and pharmaceutical companies.
Who'd have guessed it?
Wow. Really, dude? Really?
Really, brah?
But so they were drugging these people, and like Ryan just brought up about the Midnight Climax. You want to tell people about that?
Yeah, so Operation Midnight Climax, basically what the government did is they set up a brothel, and they had the women, basically dosed the Johns with LSD without them knowing about it, and they would the CIA or whatever had rooms, with two-way mirrors, and they would watch what would happen when people were being intimate or trying to, and stuff like that while on LSD. And it was pretty gnarly. Like, these people, they ruined a lot of people's lives with this shit. And as a matter of fact, the reason why they stopped the program is because fucking some dude lost his shit and fucking jumped out of a damn two or three story window, maybe even taller. I can't remember the exact story, and jumped out, killed himself.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that actually made them stop it.
Oh, well, I'm talking about this particular.
Oh, the Midnight Climax.
Yes, operation.
Yes.
Of course, they didn't stop it, because then you get into people like the Unabomber and stuff like that. Like, he was all like, dude, it's crazy. But what's even crazier about it is the fact that, MK Ultra also is mind control, to where, they could trigger basically kind of like the whole Jason Bourne type thing. You know what I mean? Or the Manchurian Candidate.
Right.
You can have basically a special word or something done that triggers it, and then you go into that whatever they want you to do.
Yeah, and that's what was so crazy about this project is their entire goal here was to see if they could make a person lose their mind and replace it with thoughts and actions.
Right.
So the first part they got spot on. It was the second part that they couldn't ever get their hands wrapped around.
Right. And see, and I think they can control.
They can to an extent.
To an extent. I think they can cause, because, honestly, there's a lot of people out there who have straight up said, listen, they got me to do this, they told me to do this, and people are like, oh, that person's just crazy. I mean, honestly, you don't know who to believe in this situation, because things come out that you're like, well, I don't know who I can trust. Or, just because the government says something doesn't mean it's fucking necessarily true.
I mean, I'm just smoking weed and I don't know who I can trust.
Dude.
That's just jokes.
Dude, I'm telling you, you can trust.
Boom.
Hey, it's legal here, fuckers.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, fuck you fuckers. But
I'm free white and 51.
I'll be 37.
37.
47. Can't believe it. I'm old as fuck.
Number 73. Oh, shit. 37.
I'm fucked.
Okay, real quick. I told you about Dulles. CIA Director Alan Dulles on April 13th, 1953, did a press conference, and he didn't mention what I'm getting ready to read in the press conference. I just but he started this. Its aim was to develop mind-controlling drugs for use against the Soviet bloc in response to alleged Soviet, Chinese, and North Korean use of mind control techniques on U.S. prisoners of war during the Korean War. Basically, the CIA wanted to use similar methods to drug some of the higher-ranking officials, and they actually devised several schemes to drug Fidel Castro. But it often conducted experiments without the subject's knowledge or consent.
And that's the best way. I mean, if you're going to do something like this, of course you want to be a fucking blind test, you know what I mean? Possibly even a double blind.
A blind taste test. Is it
Right.
Coke or Pepsi?
Yeah, but you know, like, I think that so the reason
I want
why
my Pepsi. Oh, sorry.
the reason
Sorry,
why
Mike
this shit is granted, it's they say it's a conspiracy, but it's really not, because it's actually true. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's it's funny that, so this Gottlieb tried to destroy all the records of this. Actually, it's funny. Most MK Ultra records were destroyed in 1973 by order of the CIA director Richard Helms. What? Hold on. That was a fart giggle. Anyway, goddamn, dude, what did you eat? So, I lost my train of thought.
that's an MK Ultra.
Fucking. Oh, we're talking about MK Ultra this week. Holy shit!
That's what it was.
Talk about fucking mind controlling substance. Whew. Damn, dude. My eyes are water. Shit. Okay, edit.
Don't edit that shit out. Don't edit that shit
Anyway, since these MK Ultra experiments were held in so many different places, they couldn't destroy all the records. Mm-hmm. So there are still several pieces of information out there about this.
And like, so when I was talking about Charles Manson, Jolly West was a guy who was one of the main guys for the government that was giving these drugs out and doing this MK Ultra shit. So when Charles, Charles Manson so a lot of people don't, you got to read his book Chaos. But anyways, so Charles Manson actually wasn't some fucking cult leader to begin with. He actually wrote music and was a singer.
Yeah, he was a musician.
The Beach Boys. He's actually really good friends with the Beach Boys, and they actually stole some of his music, which is why he got pissed off and all this other shit and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, he kept getting arrested. And this is all in the book. This guy who wrote this book took 20 years to write this book.
Wow.
So he kept getting arrested. And when people would be like, okay, well, because, with the family and all that other bullshit he had, people were like, well, how come you guys kept letting him go? We're like, well, every time we arrest him and we go to take him in, they'd be like, let him go. And they'd be like, what? And he'd be like, let him go. He is, this is above your pay grade. So, like, he worked for the government, and they actually trained him on how to basically mind fuck people and, hypnotize them or whatever you want to call it, and make them do what he wanted them to do. And he would use drugs with it. They would teach, Jolly West taught him how to administer these drugs to people and fucking make them do what they want. Right. It's crazy once you get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our government's done stuff like this before.
I don't ever get no free drugs.
But, and I actually got some the other day. Anyway, hey, Gerald, try this. Okay.
Sure, why not? Try this poppers.
He fucking brainwashed me. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy some of the shit that went down on this. So, like I had said earlier, they were, a lot of this started in Japanese and like Nazi concentration camps and stuff back, during during World War II is what they were doing. But our government actually hired some of these guys, some of these Nazi doctors, to come in and help them develop drugs for mind control.
Yep.
And
to help them create NASA.
NASA. I don't know. I'm not going to say that.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'll have
Shut your pie hole. But yeah, I mean, so what's crazy about this is, and what's scary about this is that the fact that you can hijack someone's mind. Do you know what I mean? The human mind is very strong, but can also be very weak. And, a lot of people present themselves a lot more easily to being more susceptible to mind control and to, that's like they say, in order for, you can't be hypnotized, but you have to allow it to happen.
Right.
So that's why people, you
got to be in the right frame of mind.
Well, you have to let it happen.
Yeah.
That's like when they do that past life regression stuff. You have to accept. I believe that. Just like I believe that. You only going to see in this world, like we talk about cryptids and ghosts and paranormal stuff and all this stuff. You're only going to see what you allow yourself to see. If you don't open up that gate, that portal in your mind, then you're never going to be able to see what we're talking about.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. And they're right, but through these drugs, this is where it's fucked up, because through these drugs, you don't have to basically give them permission or open your mind up. They use these drugs to open your mind up for you without telling you. And then they put this stuff in your head, and they freaking, they plant these ideas without your knowledge. And that's where it's fucked up. And that's like some of the things that they've done to people, like we talked about with Midnight Climax and things like that, is fucking crazy. And especially with the concentration camps. Like, I couldn't imagine what the fuck those people were going through. Like, you're already in a fucked up situation where you're in this concentration camp and there's war and shit going on, and then now you got these people fucking doing experiments on you. Like, it's pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So a while ago, I just found this in here. There were documents obtained from the CIA under the Freedom of Information Act in 1976 showed that in 1953, the CIA considered purchasing 10 kilograms of LSD. That's enough for 100 million doses. And the purchase was aimed to stop other countries from controlling the supply.
See, and
so our own government brought LSD to the United States.
Right.
Thank you. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's like they said with acid. With the Grateful Dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's only is it acid or LSD?
LSD.
I can't remember. Like, there's only a certain amount of people left in the world who actually make legitimate LSD.
Oh, really?
Like, they call them chemists or whatever they call them, that who make it. It's pretty crazy. And that's why people would follow the Grateful Dead. What they were really following was the drugs. Right. Because that's the only place they could get it.
Yeah. Yeah, there were several people that there were several, like one of them was one of the guys from the Grateful Dead. I remember he was actually getting his LSD from these research projects.
Right.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. It goes fucking deep,
it's
dude.
Crazy.
Like this is crazy shit.
Yeah, Project MK Ultra got underway in April of 1953. You know, and they also administered LSD to CIA employees, military personnel, doctors, other government agents, and members of the general public to study their reactions. And most often it was administered without the subject's knowledge.
And that's what I was saying. That's what's fucked up about it, is that, like, you know, it's one thing for you to take a drug knowingly, open your mind up, and you see these things and whatever. But these guys were doing it without the knowing of people, and then after doing that, planting shit in their head, basically. You know, they were studying them, and then they went into not only just studying them, but now we're going to feed you these drugs or whatever, and then we're going to implant certain thoughts inside your brain and basically make you do what we want you to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And really, this guy's intention was to give this to, you know, if we could figure out a way to control it.
The true serum.
It was to give this to, like, high-ranking officials to try and get information out of them. You know, it's funny, the Midnight Climax, almost all of the people involved in that, or that were being drugged by these prostitutes.
Right.
Can you even say prostitute anymore?
Whores.
Okay, these prostitutes were giving these guys, most of the Johns that they were giving these drugs to were actual government officials. Our own government.
Right.
They were drugging our own government officials and military.
Blackmail.
And trying to get information from them.
Right. Right.
So.
And that's just a joke, guys. I love all the ladies of the night. We love you guys too.
Screaming in
we
the
don't
night.
We don't kink shame on this podcast, as they say in some other podcasts I listen to. Shout out to Drinking Bros. But anyways, yeah, 100%. And I mean, and that was the whole point. And you know, this isn't really the right podcast for this, but like that's the same thing. It's the same thing they did with, you know, the whole Epstein Island thing. They get you on tape doing things you shouldn't be doing, and then now they got information on you. And
well, even on that island, they were drugging people,
right? And now you have to play the game,
right? Play the game. There was actually, it was funny. I listened to an interview with a guy that actually worked on that island. He was a younger guy, and started out just doing like
jobs.
No. Well, whoa. Speaking of blowjob, Ryan just blew me a kiss. Anyway, this guy, he started out as a groundskeeper and worked his way up to a driver, and he was actually a driver for Epstein for a long time. And he told many stories about having to go out on drug runs and stuff, and even told a story about one of the people there, we'll say, accidentally killed somebody, and they had this guy actually dispose of the body.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and I remember in his story he was talking about how he had, they put this body in a pickup truck and covered it with a tarp and threw a bunch of landscaping supplies on top of it. And he was driving out to somewhere they had a planned place where he was going to get rid of this body. And he ends up getting pulled over by the cops on his way there. And they never found the body.
Well, yeah. And who knows who those cops work for. But yeah, you know,
exactly
that situation though. Like they get you, they compromise you, and then you know they. But what's fucked up about the MK Ultra thing is like that's how they get patsies for certain things they want done.
Right.
You know, and they're the ones that take the blame for it. And I don't know if you fucking read that, or do you remember that thing came out, the Unabomber's manifesto thing?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that guy was
never read that.
He was highly intelligent. Like,
well,
I mean,
look at somebody like Timothy Leary.
Yeah.
You know, he was the same way.
You're right. And like, dude, I'm telling you, like, they get these guys and they do this shit, and it's fucked up because, you know, you could be a good person and then they could go and do this to you and drug you, and, you know, you're wind up doing something you don't know you're doing. And then what are you supposed to say? Oh, and this is where they get you with the whole conspiracy theories thing. They're like, what do you tell them? Oh, the government drugged me. They're like, oh, okay, guy. You know, the government drugged you. It's someone else's fault that you did that. And when it very well could have been, you know. And that's what's scary. Like, knowing that someone can drug you or do something to you to make you do things you don't want to do, to even possibly people that you love.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking crazy, man. That's scary as shit.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
And they don't even have to fucking come in close contact with you. They can do whatever. Like,
right.
They could fucking drop something out of the fucking sky, or just like have, you know, come by and just barely touch you with something.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's worse now because
100%.
now they know where everybo's at all times. They know that Ryan and JT are recording an episode.
Look at this.
Hey, there's a knock on the door.
Knock, knock, knock. Oh, I wish they would.
Knock at the cabin.
Oh, throwback. But yeah, you know, the MGK. Oh my god.
MGK.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. Blaspheme.
That's another fucking
blaspheme.
MK Ultra.
As he walks in today, and I'm listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Stinky Fingers.
Dude, speaking of them, have you seen that? Did you watch that? It was kind of a series. I think it was 3 movies about the Woodstock '99.
I
on Netflix.
But I hadn't watched it.
Dude, you ought to watch that, man. The reason why Chili Peppers reminded me of that, because at that show, fucking Flea is buck naked on the stage.
Oh, yeah, I seen
with
that
his fucking
video.
big old dick just fucking swinging around and shit. It's like Jesus, dude.
That's how you play guitar.
That thing wasn't very hard either. That motherfucker had so many drugs in him. That was a fucked up situation, dude.
Hey, man.
I actually know a girl that went to that.
The Red Hot Tube Style. Oh, yeah? Was it crazy?
Yeah, she said it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
There was fucking women being raped left and right.
Oh, shit, really?
Dude, you ought to watch that. It was fucking horrible, dude. Horrible.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
they said that concert, it started off as they were trying to make it like the old Woodstock, and it went fucking horribly wrong.
Right. Well, you can't
They had too many people stuffed into too small of a place. What they did is they were looking for a big field,
Right.
And what they ended up finding was an old Air Force base that they allowed them to rent for the weekend. And it was bad, dude.
Well, not only that,
it was a bad deal. They got to the point where there were so many people there. They didn't have enough food and water to take care of all these people.
Right.
And, and then it rained and, people were going crazy. And they said it all came to a head when fucking Limp Bizkit took the stage.
well, I was getting ready to say, I love Limp Bizkit. I still am a fan. I listen to their shit when I work out. I fucking love Limp Bizkit. Still do. But that's what I was getting ready to say. You said, starting off about that they want to kind of make it like the original Woodstock.
Right.
It's different music. And
it is.
when you get a band like Limp Bizkit up there, they're high fucking energy.
Right. Well, and Korn was right before them.
Exactly. So you got fucking 2 bands that are fucking...
Korn got the fucking crowd riled up, but then fucking Limp Bizkit sent them over the edge.
You know what I'm saying?
To where they started destroying shit.
Well, you got a song called Break
fires.
Stuff.
I know.
And I mean,
dude,
that song...
you really ought to fucking watch that, dude. It's fucking crazy.
It's a different fucking set of music, man. It's not calming music. It's fucking...
Yeah. So, I mean, and look at that. I mean, that's what, music can do to a person. Imagine fucking pumping a bunch of drugs onto somebody. And
especially without them knowing.
And that was, the whole fucking Woodstock thing. I mean, that was just the fucking crowd just going nuts.
Right, right.
But,
yeah, I mean,
it's kind of a sad deal if you fucking...
look into it.
Yeah, if you really look into it, it was fucked up. I mean, what happened shouldn't have fucking happened. I mean,
yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. But then again, that's nothing less than I would expect anymore, man. That's why I really don't go. It's hard for me to go to concerts, and I don't like being around a bunch of fucking people.
Oh, I love going.
I don't trust nobody.
I don't really have. I've got a buddy of mine's trying to get me to go to Milwaukee Metal Fest this year.
Milwaukee Metal Fest.
God, I don't know, you know. I actually played Milwaukee Metal Fest back in the 90s. That was fucking huge.
Hell yeah, dude.
Huge.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
As they say.
Back when I was young, dumb, and full of metal.
Young, dumb, and full of dust.
Poof.
But yeah, man. So, a lot of movies. It's funny because like what's going on with it, you know, they say it's art imitating life, but really it's just it's like that shit happens and then they put it in stuff. It's like this whole thing with this
and they over embellish it too, you know, in movies.
But you know what's crazy? Like this whole fucking train derailment thing in Palestine. You know what I'm saying?
Palestine. That was in Ohio.
Yeah, well, that's the name of the name of the town.
Oh, I got you. I thought you meant the country. I was like,
well, exactly. That's the name of the town, though. It's Palestine, Ohio. But that fucking movie, White Noise, came out. And it's the exact. Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
So there's a movie that came out like 2 years ago or a year ago. 2 years ago, something like that. I can't remember exactly what time it came out.
Oh yeah, it's the one with Adam Driver in it.
Yeah, it's called White Noise.
Yeah, my wife and I started to try and watch that and just couldn't fucking get into it.
That movie was filmed in this fucking town. The people who live in this town were extras in this movie.
Oh, shit.
And it's the same exact thing that actually happened in that town.
Wow.
That movie is based off of what happened in that town now. That really happened in real life. Like, but it happened, the movie came out before this happened. Yeah,
because the movie came out last year. I don't know when they filmed it, but it came out last year.
And this just happened.
Right.
I'm fucking telling you, dude. It's fucking nuts, bro.
It's a little fucking crazy. Dude, you're going to fucking enjoy Knock at the Cabin.
I'm going to watch that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it was...
But yeah, man, I mean, I will go ahead and put a bookmark on the MK Ultra thing. Guys, just look into MK Ultra and some of the stuff involved, like the whole Manson family thing. The book Chaos is awesome. But like, you got to look into all the shit that was done with this, and it's pretty gnarly. And I mean, it's probably
crazy.
It's probably not surprising to a lot of you guys, honestly. But to look back in the history of certain characters and people that were fucking in the world that famously committed crimes or murder or all kinds of stuff that were part of this fucking plan.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
so it's worth looking into. You know.
Yeah, it's very interesting the stuff that happened back then in the guise of research. Yeah, it's crazy. What ended up crazy enough is Nixon is the one that ended up firing this Dulles guy from the CIA.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a crook.
Oh, I'm sorry. He took Richard Helms, who was the director of the CIA, was removed by Nixon. You know. God damn. We gotta get out of here before you gas me out.
Today would have been the perfect day to have a fucking fart mic. Woo. That's something we need to work on.
But yeah, I mean, it just there's a ton of information out there. There's actually a movie that just came out called MK Ultra, and I watched about half of it the other night, and it was more about this Gottlieb, or however you say the fucker's name, about his experiments on people and stuff. And, you know, it was interesting for what it was, but I was so fucking high I couldn't pay attention to it.
I was MK Ultra myself.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of information out there about it. a lot more than we could give you here.
Yeah. It's worth looking into, guys. And that's just, we wanted to put a bookmark on the, I know we had, like we said at the beginning, we kind of flipped the episode, but we got a chance to get Bill on. We really wanted to get him on, and it kind of gave us a little break from the monotony of what we were talking about. But I think it's a good bookend on it. It's
it's funny for a show that is not about conspiracies or anything. We've talked a lot about our government, because what just popped into my head was the Bohemian Grove episode we did, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, that stuff's creepy, dude.
Yeah. Bohemian Grove wasn't necessarily our government, but
there's a bunch of government officials.
Yeah, there was a bunch of
and
high-ranking people involved in that.
They're the real motherfuckers running it.
Yeah, just ask Alex Jones.
My man, you mentioned his name.
He was there.
They're going to kick our shit off.
They're going to kick us off.
It's all right. We love you, Alex.
I don't care.
Or I do anyway.
They've already kicked us off Facebook.
Yeah, fuck them.
Facebook doesn't want to hear our mouths anymore.
Fuck them.
YouTube's still going strong.
YouTube still likes us. But for
and
now,
Twitter, you can find us over on Twitter. I'm on there occasionally and, running my mouth about something.
I gotta get used to it.
You gotta get used to tweeting.
I can't. It's like I wake up and I see some of the people we follow and they tweet 70,000 times a day, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, and I followed, like Bill Mosley. I follow him a lot on there.
Right.
He's always got something cool to say. Bill Mosley's actually a really cool dude. I'd love to just sit down and have a conversation with him sometime.
Right.
He's very intelligent,
right.
And would just be fun. We got to get some more people on here. We're going to start reaching out to some people. Talked to Brock a couple weeks ago. Their movie's almost done. So once that comes out, that movie is called Red Night at Skies, and we'll definitely be doing a review on that. And honestly, I know it'll be easy to do. I'll get a hold of Brock and see if I can get him and the director Chris Gregg on. They'd love to come back on and talk about that movie.
Well, and then too, we're going to be running into a lot of people at the convention.
Yeah,
we're going to set up some interviews and some stuff with them.
Yeah, just a couple short months away.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. But yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. This has been great series, guys.
Good times.
We just wanted to put a bookend on it. We love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. All of our fans out there and our family, as we call you. You guys know that, the horror fam. But it's got a lot of cool shit coming down the pipe. I think we've been putting out some really great content. A lot of people I've had some people talking to me about it, saying they love our stuff, and we've, we got somebody that we really trust and respect and admire their opinion, and they love what we're doing, so that's enough for me. And shout out to Dave Becker.
Yeah, we need to get him back on here.
But, we love your fam. If you guys got any ideas you want us to do, or you guys want to come on, or just anything, you guys, suggestions, hit us up and let us know.
Yeah, shoot us a message on Twitter. And you can find us on Twitter. It's at TheHorrorChron. TheHorrorChron. Send us a message over there. I would tell you to send us a message on Facebook, but we no longer have a Facebook page because of something, I don't know. And then just so you guys know, it's funny, we also lost our Facebook group. I don't even know how the hell that happens. The Horror Chronicles podcast group is no longer controlled by Ryan and I. It's controlled by some guy named Toy Dodson, and we don't even know who this guy is. And I don't even know that he knows he controls that page. But so I'm trying to get Facebook to just take it down. I've reported it a couple times, and in fact, I'm thinking about reporting it for sexual harassment.
I'm just gonna start.
The guy keeps talking about my little wiener or something.
I'm just gonna start posting dick pics on her until it gets taken down.
Yeah. So I don't know what's up with that.
But yeah, you guys, we love you, horror fam. We got some stuff in the works, and we'll let you guys know once we get that going and it's figured out and done and up and running, and you guys can start going over to our other place that we tell you about when we tell you about it.
Which will be coming soon.
So, yeah.
So,
but, all right, horror fam, we love you guys.
all right. Get
Thank
the fuck
you for
out
listening.
of here.
You fucking fucks.
I would never call you fucking fucks.
He does all the time, guys. I do it to your face. He does it behind your back.
That's how I am. That's how
We
I
love
roll.
you, horror fam. Thank you for your support. But more importantly, as always, until next time,
Keep it creepy.